All right, y'all, we're back again with Monday's Mindful Messages, indubitably. All right, welcome in. I'm glad you were able to make it again this week. I hope you had a great week last week, and I hope you utilized what we all gained from last week's Monday's Mindful Messages, okay? I hope you utilized whatever you found useful, okay, or helpful to you. I hope you applied it to your week. All right, so now we're back with another one where Monday's mindful messages are all about, all in all, reprogramming our mind, okay? Being able to rewire the old patterns and old ways of thought processes, the way we're seeing things, eliminating the old ways and reinventing and cultivating new ways that's going to benefit us and assist us with expanding our mental capacity, okay? Being able to navigate through life differently by seeing things differently, okay? But you have to deprogram, okay, to reprogram. And so these Monday's mindful messages are going to assist in that way, all right? Now you just stick with it. Okay, continue to come back and get what, Spirit has for us. And then you're going to gradually see the shift, okay? You're going to gradually see the shift. It's not some overnight thing. Think about the programming and the conditioning and how long we've been experiencing that type of system, okay? So it takes time to reprogram the mind, but you have to start somewhere. And this space here with Monday's mindful messages, this is the intention, is to assist us with turning our thought process into a more high vibrational process. All right. So yes, welcome in. Top of the deck, we got this last week. I refuse to be blinded to the truth any longer. 222. All right. Affirm this. Okay. You refuse to be blinded to the truth any longer because, the false and illusions and the way that, we are viewing things, our perspective, the way that we're seeing things, it's not moving us, okay? It's like keeping our energy stagnant. We're not seeing new results, different results. And you have to be willing to, and open to seeing things, seeing the truth in things, all right? So let's see, Spirit. What do we have for this week's Monday's Mindful Messages? What affirmations? What do we have? My dreams are coming true. All right. So none of that doubting. Oh, well, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just a thought in my mind. Something I've, dreamed of doing, being, having since I was a kid, but it's just a dream, and not take it seriously. No. Tell your brain otherwise. 3, 4, 5. Be more disciplined. So actively, okay? I am disciplined. I am more disciplined. Affirm that in whichever way, but say it, affirm it, okay? I am disciplined. What was that? That angel number. Okay, look up the angel numbers that I'm calling out as well if you'd like. If any of these messages resonate with you. All right. I am disciplined. I am more than enough. You are a masterpiece. 432. I knew I was going to see that. And because I was saying it in my head, but that wasn't the angel number that I saw. What was it? Oh, it was 345. That's what it was. So 345. Yeah, you could be seeing these angel numbers or you're about to. And that's just confirmation. Like the divine, your spirit team, the angels are trying to get you to open your eyes. It's time to wake up. It's time to shake things up. Okay, time for change. 0505, exactly. It's time for a reset. It is time for change. All right. What other affirmations do we have for this Monday, please? I speak my truth and set me free. I speak my truth and set me free. Okay. Yeah, some of, when you don't allow yourself to express yourself freely, when you don't allow yourself to speak your truth, it's like the old programming is winning. It's controlling and dictating how your mind is going to operate, telling you, no, you can't do this. No, don't say that. All right? Speak your truth and set yourself free. This is your truth. I am deserving. Affirm. I am deserving, because you are. I don't care what anybody else has to say. I don't care what somebody's opinion is and how harshly their opinion could be. That doesn't take away from the fact that you are deserving. So affirm that. Don't let anybody's words, actions, it does not matter. Okay? I do not need to be perfect to receive. We got that last week as well. You do not need to be perfect to receive. You are perfect as you are, especially if you have intentions or you're setting intentions to be a better version of yourself, to grow, okay, in every day, okay? You're putting in the effort, even just with intentions, all right? You are more than deserving, okay, as it's already been established, but you don't need to reach a certain point in order for you to receive, okay? Just by setting the intentions of doing better, having better, wanting better, you're going to receive, and you need to believe that. This is the way, we're programmed and conditioned to believe that we have to work so hard for things, that we have to be a certain type of caliber or of a tax bracket in order for us to be able to receive. And that is false. And that is what's oppressing our minds to make us believe, and literally convincing us that we have to be something of high status or, be very accomplished in life for us to be able to receive the dreams that we have, the desires that we have. And that is not true. So speak this into existence. All right. Reprogram your mind with these affirmations. This will assist. Okay. It's not the only thing you need to do, but this is part of what you need to do. Okay. I grow with dignity. I prioritize self-care. Okay. This is thinking about yourself, not saying that you're being, selfish and not having empathy and compassion for others, but at the fact that you are making yourself a priority because you deserve to have what it is that you would like to bring to fruition in this lifetime. And no one can, there's going to be a lot of individuals, okay, you don't allow them to, but there will be a lot of individuals that will guilt trip you for wanting better for yourself, for wanting more, that whole money's the root to all evil, definitely vibrates, okay, that definitely makes sense, but that doesn't make money evil. And, the individual that's holding the money, that's what will make it evil. What are your intentions behind this? Okay, and if you're just somebody that wants to have a comfortable lifestyle, if you want to be financially stable and secure and your intentions mean well, then it's yours. Okay, and if you have to step away from the scene, from people, places, and things in order to prioritize yourself, then that's what you're going to need to do, because it is you that is trying to get your mind right so that you can authentically walk in the type of vibration that's going to fulfill all your desires and your needs, okay? And you contribute to the collective, to the world, by stepping into that type of energy for yourself. You become an inspiration in ways unseen and unheard of. All right. I think this one came out last week as well. I have 5-star energy. And this could be, you know, when you prioritize yourself, this is the type of energy that you exude, is 5-star energy. And you need to believe that. You are a star. Every last one of you. We are all stars. It's about activating that light within you. And there are things that, you know, have been breaking us down from the beginning of time to strip away our power, you know, our light. And it's time to change that. It's time to bring that light back. And it starts with you. It starts with, you know, your mind and your heart. And so Monday's mindful messages is about your mind, okay? I see things from a higher perspective. That is high vibrational energy. This 5-star is when you are prioritizing self, when you are taking care of yourself. All right. See, this came out last week as well. I am willing to see. Because you refuse to be blinded to the truth any longer. Because being blinded to the truth doesn't have you in the type of situation or energy that you desire. So why be stuck there any longer? Why allow the veil to cover your eyes? And you have eyes to be able to see. Okay? I only speak truth. Ashe. Affirm these. Okay? Save this video, you know, this whole week. Come back and affirm these. Or even just jot these down. Write them down. Get you a nice little book. So that way each Monday when I come here to deliver, you can jot down these affirmations. And then you will have your own little notebook of affirmations. And then you start creating your own. You know, think of your own as well and add to it. All right? Yeah. You're that energy that's bringing the table, the chairs, and everything on it. And you don't need anybody's approval, anybody's opinion. 1221. Okay? I'm writing these angel numbers down for today as well. But yes, make sure you're affirming. It doesn't matter if you're saying it in your head, saying it out loud. Saying it out loud is very powerful because of the vibration of your, you know, your voice. The words, you know, are very powerful. And when you speak them out loud, it adds more power to it. But the mind is extremely powerful as well. And this is why, you know, with Mondays, we're assisting our mental state by learning how to use its functionalities. Okay? And so you could say it in your head as well. Say it under your breath. It doesn't matter. Just affirm. Okay? All right, great. Thank you, Spirit. All right, hold on. Okay, 1321. Angel number. And then I forgot to start off with this 1331 angel number. I trust my inner voice. Okay? So this week, make sure that you are trusting your gut. Give it a try. Okay? If you're somebody that doesn't necessarily follow your gut, your intuition, that's your third eye, this week, give it a try. Even if, you know, don't fear, you know, being wrong, because you're learning. You're teaching yourself how to trust your intuition, your inner voice. Okay? Because self knows better. We tend to suppress what our inner voice is telling us. Okay? And we just shrug it off and, oh no, maybe that's just impossible, or this, whatever the case may be. And it's time to really start listening to your inner voice. So practice that, okay? That is part of your homework for this week, is to practice trusting your inner voice and see what, you know, what that gets you, okay? And please be mindful, please be mindful that sometimes it may be off. You may follow, you know, what you think is your inner voice, but it could just be your ego. All right? But you have to learn. You won't know until you try it. You won't know until you learn self and what, see how, by you following it, what was accurate and what was not. What were you feeling in that moment when you made that decision? Like when you heard that, what were you feeling at that point in time? Were you in your ego? Were you, did fear immediately rush, over you? What was it? What was the feeling in that moment? Because you can dissect to be able to discern what is truly your inner voice, what your inner voice is telling you. Okay? All right, let's go in with some of these little affirmation cards. Thank you. One, 5, 5, 5. Thank you, Spirit. Nothing worth having comes easy. 1616. All right. So let's see what we have. Find joy in the ordinary. We got this last week. Or no, I don't think we did. You'll see it when you believe it. All right. And that's big. Belief is big. For you to see any type of movement with anything, you have to believe it. And you're not going to see it before you believe it, because I know that's how we've also been programmed. We need to see it to believe it. I need the proof and the evidence before I budge. All right. But where has that gotten you? That is the most stubborn attitude or energy or way of looking at something, and it keeps you stagnant. You have to allow possibility. You have to have room for the unknown. And if you don't, then things won't change. Nothing will shift for you, and you'll be experiencing the same type of experiences that you are trying to expand in or with or grow from or out of. Okay? You have to open your mind to believing. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Ashe. Every day is a second chance. It doesn't matter if you mess up, get back up. If you are able to wake up the next day, you're able to have another chance at whatever it is that you are working towards, that you are trying to obtain. It does not matter. Every day is another chance to start over again. All right? Sunny days ahead. Ashe. You need to make sure that you are telling yourself this. It doesn't matter what your physical reality looks like right now, and you can call it delusional if you want to. But if you go out and you ask a lot of individuals, that are in a position or place where they are fulfilled at some point in time in their life, they had to be delusional to assist them with getting there. So if you want to call it that to make it kind of make more sense, then that's fine. Okay. But again, you don't need to make sense of what just is. Just allow it. Let it be. The best view comes after the hardest climb. There is nothing permanent except change. Do more of what makes you happy. Okay, that's that self-love. That's that self-care. Doing what makes you happy. All right. One of my sticky notes just fell off. You are the designer of your own life. No one can tell you how to, they've tried and they've been trying. Okay, and they may have won for a while, but you're here now. So the change is here as well. Okay. Look, we got this again. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. This is very, very true. All right. It won't feel like work. It'll feel like play. It'll feel like dreams have come true. You're not feeling like a slave. You're not feeling like your days are just accumulated. I don't know why Spirit's like messes, okay? But just like effery, okay? Like it's just, this is not what I want to do. This does not fulfill me. This does not make me happy. If anything, at the end of the day, I am so over it. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not. Because I'm not waking up to go and do what it is that truly fulfills me. Okay? And so this is where you take action on finding what that is for you. First, start with the transition mentally. When you know your worth, no one can make you feel worthless. Ashe. You see the camera trying to like confirmation, all right? Trying to focus in on this, all right? Don't put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. And that this card always makes me think of the making somebody else rich. Don't wake up and go out in your day to make somebody else, to fulfill somebody else's dreams, aspirations, whatever. Okay? 2112. That's what that card gives me. Is like, don't go, and I had this conversation with my daughter, my oldest daughter, probably a few weeks ago, because she is very talented. And so she was like, can I start a job? Can I start working in the next few years? Like when she's old enough to be able to go out here and work. And I was like, sweetie, this is why we're working on what you got going on. So that way you can build for yourself, that you don't have to go to work to, make somebody else rich. We're here to work on, you've been given a gift and we're about to flex on that. You're going to be able to make your own money. And I even asked her, like, what is it you want to go and work to get money for? Like, what are you wanting to do with that money? And it was to buy stuff for her gift, like to utilize her gift, what she does. Okay. And I was like, see, we can go ahead, we can invest in that, invest in you, get this going off the ground, and then you'll be making your own money to be able to go and buy more material, supplies, whatever, that you need for your gift. You don't want to go in and you're giving your time, your energy, everything, and that is very valuable. All right? And you don't want to just go give that away freely because you're not being compensated for the work that you put in. It's not even 25% of your value. Nothing. No. But, so I'm like, let's just, let's focus in on how we can get you up off the ground with your own gifts, your own talents, and how you can make money doing this. That way, you don't have to worry about working for somebody else, putting the key to your happiness in somebody else's pocket as well, by just doing what they need you to do. Do what you need to do with this self-care, self-love. Okay? Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. All right? Make today great. Yeah, you have to make it. Don't allow, people are going to come in. There's energies all over the place that's going to feel oppositional to you and your intentions, your motive. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And you have to learn to fight against that by, with this reprogramming your mind, not allowing anybody to infiltrate, not allowing anybody to break through the barrier, the wall of your intentions. Okay? How you're trying to lead and carry your day. What you're working towards, the shifts and changes that you're trying to make to become and to have what it is that you want or who you want to be, okay, in this life. We got this again. Do more of what makes you happy. And this will assist you. I'm telling you, this brings more positivity in the mental. You start thinking more positively, actions become more positive, and then you start seeing that vibration start surrounding you in your physical reality. All right. All right, perfect. Let me put these up. We'll move on. All right, so now we're going to hop into the mindful messages and see what Spirit has for us this week. All right, what do we have? For Monday's mindful messages, Spirit. Thank you. Wow, edge of greatness. The universe is opening doors for me, bringing opportunities my way. I don't crumble at the edge of my greatness. I take the opportunities that come and walk through the doors with confidence. So this week you're needing to make sure that you are stepping into that confidence. Let's take it back to that whole delusional whatever. If you feel like, well, I'm not really that confident and I have a hard time. Well, guess what? This week, you're a whole nother person. This week, you have all the confidence. You are literally at the edge of greatness here. All right? With whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, whatever you're working towards, whatever it may be for you. It's different for everyone, okay? But you are at the edge of greatness here. And you have to believe that the universe, the Most High, God, okay, the divine, wants what is truly best for you and your highest good. And if you have set the intentions, or you do set the intentions to have better, do better, be better, the universe, the divine, God, the Most High, however you label the higher power, is working in your favor, bringing opportunities your way. Just have the courage to say yes. Have the courage to do it, all right? Don't allow your thoughts to go straight to the naysaying, okay? The negative Nancy's, okay? That's not going to see you forward. It's not going to allow you to take action on opportunities if you're allowing your brain to sway you, okay, in the opposite direction. No. All right? Take the opportunities that come and walk through those doors with confidence. You got this. The opportunity is yours. It was meant to come to you for you to take action. Will you take action, though? All right? No more negative thoughts. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Play. See, this energy of play is here thick right now with Monday's mindful messages, because when you are in this playful, joyful, energy, that's like your childlike energy, okay? When you're not, oh, so serious, life is a serious matter. No, when you open up to this type of energy, it allows these opportunities to freely flow in. There's no resistance because you're open to it, all right? So when you can switch the mind from thinking, I need to be serious, I need to be this, and that. And trust me, let me tell you, that was me for a very long time. Very prioritized, very, this here, neatly here, and with a lot of things, a lot of different aspects. I didn't really leave room for authentic play, all right? But when I start tapping into this energy, being more playful and allowing my thoughts to be of that type of energy, that's when I started seeing shifts. Internally, when I started working on it internally, I started to see the shift. And then I started to see it in my physical reality. Okay, so I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm not just saying, oh, because I'm reading cards. No, this is authentic and genuine. Okay. Bless me, confirmation. And I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't feel like anybody else could do this too. If I honestly felt like you could not do this, or it's not possible, I believe for you, okay? But you have to believe for you in order for it to work. So this is why, I love to serve in this way, because I've gone and guinea pigged myself for y'all. Okay? So believe me, I'm being very honest about this here. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Especially 2929, when you step into that energy of, I truly enjoy doing this. I truly enjoy doing what I'm doing. And you take action on certain opportunities that feel like play. I'm telling you, this is what it's going to be for you. You are literally going to be able to wake up and feel happy to do what you do. All right? But you have to, it's this rewiring of the brain. Don't just eliminate the old process, the old programming. And it takes time. So I'm not saying it's going to happen instantaneously. It's like a muscle. You have to work on it. All right? Thank you, Spirit. What else, please? Thank you. Loving space. I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey. Okay? So don't impose, okay? And don't like what people call Bible thump, okay? If you are on your own mission to accomplishing and achieving something, and you don't want to shove pages and books down anybody's throat because of what mission or journey that you are on, all right? That's for some of you. That's not for everybody. All right? You're watering your dreams at this time, and you want to take the adventure to do so, to grow, to expand, to see things from a higher perspective. You don't want to be blinded. Blonde? Somebody could be blonde. You don't want to be blinded to the truth. All right? Hold loving space for yourself with this playful energy as well. This is like holding the hand of your inner child. Putting away the parent, the adult, 3131, in times where you need to just kick back. You need to relax. You need to be open to this playful energy and not be so uptight. Some of you could be uptight. I know I carry that uptight energy too. Like, I got all these responsibilities. I got 52 kids. I don't have time for, don't get it twisted. I had my time where it's like, downtime or whatever, but I'm not talking about that. I mean, actually still being able to go after certain desires, goals, dreams, aspirations that seem non-existent any longer because so much has shifted and changed in your reality, and the tacking on of responsibilities and all this and that, like, it's impossible for me to be able to pursue anything at this point. No, but it's not. All right? You have to change the way you're seeing this, change the way you're thinking about it. All right? And the universe, the divine, will bring forth certain opportunities that will align with, the responsibilities and priorities and things of that nature that you have currently. But you have to be open to, be willing to believe that, to see that. Thank you. What else, please? Thank you. Hold lightly. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less, but that I am open to the changes of life. All right, 3311. So there could be certain energies in your life, okay? There could be individuals that are on their own journey, and like I said, you're on the edge of greatness. You are about to excel, expand, or you're just shifting the way out of your norm, okay? 3333. These numbers are hitting today. But you're shifting out of your norm, okay? You're expanding with this. You're growing, okay? You're stepping into the energy of growth. And just because, people, energies that are around you may not be at that same level, or have the same level of awareness, or the same type of awareness, I should say, in some instances, that doesn't mean throw the book at them. And that doesn't mean cling on to them and latch on to them, because when you grow and say the energies around you, maybe they're on a different journey at a different timeline in the journey than you are. There are a lot of things that we shed and we release, people, places, and things. A lot of it is in our lives temporarily. And so when you can switch that, the way you're perceiving that, or your perspective pertaining to regarding individuals that are in your life, family, friends, lovers, business partners, or coworkers, when you're able to see that, you will be able to detach. You won't get attached to where it now affects you on a greater scale, on a deeper level, and the individual. Okay. Thank you. Anything else, please? Let's just get one more. Thank you. Okay, we have morning rituals, and then at the bottom of the deck, gratitude. Make sure that you are expressing gratitude, that you even woke up, your eyes opened, okay? You could not, right? That's reality. Like, there's possibility. Anything is possible. Anything could happen. But wake up with gratitude, appreciation for what, waking up first and foremost. But then look around you. Everything that you have, and be grateful for yourself, for you to take initiative to bring change forth in your life. All right. It is a domino effect. Like I said, when it comes to when you make the change for yourself, you begin to see those changes outwardly, and not just with yourself, your circumstances, your situations, but your environment, your community, your family, your loved ones. It's so much bigger than you, but when it starts with you, like, you're going to get the satisfaction, okay? The personal satisfaction. But then when you start to see it externally, you're just going to be so taken by it, all right? So in the morning, in the rising this week, I say every day, but make that a part of your homework, okay? Trusting your inner voice this week, and in the risings, okay, show more gratitude. Express this, okay? In the mornings, I will take time to tune into myself, to set high vibrational rituals that will help me lead a good day. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me and change them for the ones that do. All right, like this, expressing gratitude. This tells the universe, like, you are grateful for the things that you have. You are grateful for this here present moment and the opportunities that the universe is bringing forth, or has, and continues to. All right. This opens more for you. This tells the universe, like, okay, or the universe looks at that energy like, well, good. So we can go ahead and provide them with more opportunities like this. Okay. Even if it's an opportunity to learn something, not just a blessing, okay? Because there's lessons in order to get blessings, all right? 3737. And so you have to see it from that point of view. You have to see it from that perspective in order to take on whatever opportunities, okay? With you being at the edge of greatness, to take on whatever opportunities the divine, the universe, God, the Most High, sends your way, all right? I love acknowledging all the little things I am grateful for. No matter what I have going on, I always have things to be thankful for. Whenever I am feeling upset, I can fill up a page with the things I appreciate. This begins to shift my mood and focus onto that which brings me joy. All right, so just a shift in your mindset, the way that you are thinking or perceiving things, even when they are negative. There's always going to be good with the bad, bad with the good. It's always, that's just the dualistic nature of this realm, of this earth. Okay? And so when you can accept that and allow your brain to focus more on positivity, even though the negative is going to be there, acknowledge it. But then don't stay there. Switch up the thought. All right? So if you feel guided to, write down the things that you appreciate, jot it down or put it, in a notepad on your phone. So that way, whenever negative feelings are arising or negative thoughts, you go straight to that and you look at that. And then it resets your mind. It brings you back to the present moment. It calms you and allows you to focus in on something else. Something that is more positive and uplifting with this play energy. That's what you want to have. It's not you neglecting responsibility, reality. It's not that. It's you reprogramming your mind to tell your mind, look, I know the reality of this. I know what it is. I know what it ain't. But I'm not going to allow this the negative aspects of things or the negative whatever that's playing in on this to consume me, to change and alter my energy, or do anything outside, outside of, well, we're going to make it through this, or I'm going to be able to accomplish this, or yes, I'll be able to get that, or whatever it may be. Okay? You're not allowing your mind to take you down this rabbit hole of negativity, because then you're just going to get stuck there. You're going to dig a deeper hole, and then more negative energy. You're manifesting negative energy more. Okay? When you allow yourself to keep going down that hole. We're not doing that. We're reprogramming our minds to work for us and not against us. Ashe? Amen. All right. Let me put these up. I'll be back. All right. We're going to hop into the Affirmators deck. See what Spirit has for us. For Monday's mindful messages. What do we have, Spirit? Thank you. Ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what makes things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. Okay? So like I said, with the good, there is the bad. When there is bad, that you will get to the good. 4114. Okay? So expect like I said, dualistic. All right? It's a the duality of this realm exists everywhere. Inside of us and outside of us. All right? And experiencing the ups and downs, we learn a lot, we gain a lot. Okay? So don't beat yourself up over the negative that comes or that plays into your life, because it's there to show you something, to teach you something, for you to learn or gain something, to bring change as well. All right? It strengthens you as well. All right? So you have to look at it from a different perspective, a higher one. Engagement. Today, I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7 to 11. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. Okay? What else, please? Thank you. Letting go. I'm hearing for somebody, and this is just a side note, so don't take it if it's not for you, but I feel like for somebody that's going to come across this message, there's some type of engagement. Like you could have been engaged to somebody. Maybe you experienced a lot of ups and downs, and you're feeling more inclined on letting this individual go, or this is what's taking place. Okay? And if that is for you, no, Spirit is wanting you to know, this is confirmation that you are making the right choice, because it is ultimately for your highest good. There is something better, something more that the divine has in plan or in store for you. 4334. If that's resonating with you, go look up that angel number, because there's something more the divine wants you to know. Okay? And I just saw 4343. So if that's resonating with somebody, okay, go look those angel numbers up. The divine's wanting to speak with you a bit more, okay? But that was a side note for somebody. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look, okay? So this could have been like a past, something that recently happened, is happening, or happened in the past, that maybe you're looking at it from a negative perspective. And Spirit, the divine, wants you to really look at it from a higher place. Ultimately, when there's rejection, or when something does not vibrate with you, okay, on a balanced scale, it's for good reason. Because there's something better, something more. Okay? And make sure you're factoring in divine timing, because you can't be, it's my money and I want it now. But there's in between time, things need to play out. Whatever that is, okay? Only the divine knows. All right. Can we get one more, please? Thank you. Friendliness. For some of you, and honestly, I feel for everybody, that is power. When you are somebody that could be friendly, okay, even during ups and downs, okay, because when somebody is experiencing a really bad day and they are projecting all that negative energy on you, it's hard for those, individuals to be friendly. All right. So and for you to be friendly, roles reverse, for you to be friendly to these individuals that are projecting or that are experiencing certain things that aren't, that has their day upside down. But if you're an individual that even through your ups and downs, you can remain leveled with individuals, 45-54, and stay friendly, that's a power. That's your power. That's a very powerful gift, okay? Because like I said, you think about it. When somebody's having a really bad day and you got this crappy attitude or crappy energy, you end up projecting that onto others, those that you are around. And it's like, yeah, we don't know what you're going through, but it's still not cool to project that energy, So if you are somebody that can remain friendly, or this is something that you're going to want to work on, because when you can switch up the thought process, the mind, and really accept the fact that there is good and bad, we're going to experience the two. Ooh, bless me, confirmation. And if you can remain, like no one said you had to be all, oh my gosh, like I hope you have a great, like keep it real, keep it authentic, all right? You don't have to over the top it, okay? But when you're able to still remain in this friendly like energy and you're not projecting onto others, because that impacts people. Then that person is feeling what you got going on and they don't even know why they're feeling like that. And it's because you projected onto them, and then it sets the tone for the remainder of their day, unless they know how to transmute that energy and balance out, energetically. But when you can have a better control and be more mindful of your energy and how you project that out, you're sparing others as well. Okay, so it's not, like I said, it's a domino effect across the board. It's not just about you. But we have, whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I will remember what an awesome power I hold. And I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. All right. Yeah. And then also with this detachment energy, when you're detaching from certain people, places, and things, whether it ended badly, it was negative, whatnot, when you let go without resentment, let go without anger, hatred, all of that, because that, on a deeper scale, we're not going to go that deep. I won't go that deep with Monday's mindful messages, but it actually lingers on, and it's like stuck energy. And so you don't want to hold on to that. That's baggage. Okay. So when you can let go, not hold too tightly, and let go by, being mindful of the fact that people come and go. They're like seasons. It doesn't mean we love any less. Okay, but that you are realistic with yourself, that not everybody's going to be sticking around forever. Then you're able to carry this type of power to release them with love and light. Okay? And you can't control them and how they, how they feel about it and what their actions how their actions play out. If there's a lack of emotional intelligence, a lack of emotional balance, okay, and they're running rapid in their mind, mentally, all negative scenarios, you can't control that narrative. You can only control your own. So make that your focus. Let go with peace, love, and light. Sashay. All right. So we also have these mindful reset cards. So let's see what Spirit has. You can use these whenever you're feeling like in a place of negativity, negative thoughts, or something, you know, it's just icky type of energy that you might experience throughout your days. This is something to kind of get your mind off of whatever that is to focus on something else, okay? To bring your mind to a different place. All right, we have focus, okay? Like I said, focus your mind on something else. Open your awareness to the movement of shadows nearby. What stories do they tell? This is a great way to get you out your mind. To focus on something else, focus on this. What else, please? Thank you. Self-compassion. Recall a time you failed. Let yourself feel the ache, then release it with love. Okay? One more. Thank you. And then we have calm. Cup your hands as if holding a fragile object. Feel your care deepen with each breath. Okay? These are good ways to, you know, get the mind to start working, focusing on something else, right? And, you know, now your attention is there. It's taking you, whatever's was stirring up in whatever situation you were just in or thought that you were just in. It's now taking you out of that and bringing you to this here present moment to focus on something else. And these are good exercises to help with that, okay? So make sure you save this video, come back to this video so you can check that out and see and take action. Like, these are homework steps, okay? These are action, call to actions, okay? 5151. All right. Now we'll get some energy for the week. $11 is significant. All right, so we're going to get the energy for the week, and then we're going to pull one of the Awakening Intuition cards to close out with, okay? So let's see. Spirit, what energy do we have for this week, please? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Anything else? All right. Spirit gave me exactly 7 as well, so we have so we have your throat chakra, sacral chakra, third eye chakra, solar plexus chakra, and your heart chakra. Those are the focus for this week. Those are the chakra centers that you're going to be really needing to focus on during this week, okay? That you're going to be exercising due to, you know, outside energies, situations, people, places, things, okay? Or just what is going to, if you're working on these, it'll help to strengthen each one of these, all right? So, like, for example, the throat chakra pertaining to your communication, you're expressing your truth, okay? With the root chakra, or no. We said sacral chakra. You know what? This is your root chakra. This is red. It looked orange to me. Okay, so your root chakra, which is like groundedness, okay? Your survival instinct, security, a sense of belonging, okay? Feeling stable, all right? And then we have the third eye, which is your intuition, imagination, your sight, psychic abilities, okay? Your third eye. This is also your inner voice. And then we have trust, Trust, okay? Trust. And then we have your solar plexus chakra, which is your personal power, self-esteem, purpose, all right? Your confidence, courage comes from here. And then the heart chakra, regarding love, compassion, joy, that playful energy, all right? And then we have another of the solar plexus chakra. So throat chakra, root chakra, third eye chakra, solar plexus chakra, and the heart chakra. If you are not aware of what these chakras are, the energy points, if you don't know anything about them, and you're wanting to know, I do offer a service that will assist with balancing out these chakras. I do have energy readings if you're interested in to see like what does spirit want you to do, how to balance and unlock this for you specifically, okay? It is individual specific, okay? 55-55. All right. But if you're already aware of these chakra points and you know how to, work with these or keep them balanced, then great. Make sure you do the work, okay? Also, and save this video, all right? Because whenever, you're like, okay, well, let me go ahead and work on this. My communication, expressing myself, expressing my truth, speaking my truth, all right? Then that, whatever, because you may come across a situation this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever, where your communication is going to be tested, okay? You're speaking your truth is going to be tested, all right? And then same with the root chakra, where there's going to be a time where you're going to really need to be grounded and rooted, all right? And working, either being secure and feeling secure, or you're going to need... Get your words together. Or you're going to need to work on this for this week, okay? So place it where it fits with you. If you feel like you lack somewhere in with these energy points, okay? Energy centers, then you're going to want to work on them. Some of you will be tried in these areas this week, okay? Somebody's going to test your intuition. Somebody's going to test your heart. Somebody's going to test your confidence. All right. Someone's going to test if you can be grounded, or if you're just going to pop off and you're going to, let anger take lead. All right. All right. We have listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. All right. Listen to life. We have inner strength. Nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. Ashe. Action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. Ashe. Being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Ashe. 5858. All right, you may be seeing these angel numbers after you view these messages for Monday's mindful messages, or you already are. All right, hold on. All right. Trust. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. All right. That's what the ups and downs, when you can switch the perspective, okay, by perceiving it differently as, okay, that's what this life consists of. The ups and downs, good and bad. And I can view these negatives as an opportunity to grow, to expand, to change, to pivot. All right. That's what the negative is telling me. All right. My spidey senses are going. This is all truth, trust, vitality. I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. Ashe. Trust your power. Trust your inner voice. Divine light. I am an expression of love, and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. All right? These are beautiful. So listen to life, your inner strength, take action, being true, trusting in your vitality, your power. You are divine light. Trust in the divine, trust in your higher self, your inner voice, okay? That's trying to lead you toward, a newer and higher vibrational way of existing, okay? Of living, not just existing, but living. The life is here to be lived. Listen to it, all right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out with one card from 111. From the Awakening Intuition deck. And that'll be it for Monday's Mindful Messages. All right, Spirit. Can we get one card to close out with, please? It's going to be a good one. This is going to also be part of your homework, okay? Your call to action. So I'm not going to take these because the 2 came out, so I'm going to let Spirit go ahead and run one. But learn about clear audience, all right, and receive love from the other side. Some of you may have loved ones who passed on that are eager to connect with you right now through synchronicities, dreams, music, and nature. So clear audience. Spirit said take it. Okay, all right, we're going to do the 2. Yeah. All right. Avoid your Passover loved ones want you to avoid, for somebody, avoid numbing out. Whoever that's for. They're saying avoid numbing out. You could be on the verge of numbing out. You need to avoid this. All right? That's what they may be trying to tell you. Because you may be feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated, stressed out, and emotional. And it's causing you to feel drained or anxious. Yeah, confirmation. Instead of numbing out and checking out with shopping, binge watching, or alcohol, employ more engaging, healthy ways of helping your sensitive nervous system catch a break. Don't numb out on your 6th sense. All right? So whoever that's for. But learn about clear audience. I feel like for some of you, you could have passed over loved ones that are trying to communicate with you through music. Or through certain signs and synchronicities through 333. TV shows, movies, things that you're seeing, okay, or hearing, okay? Hearing helpful words and full sentences is the rarest psychic pathway. A wise, gentle voice speaking in your head is different than an intuitive thought or your own dialogue. Don't experience clear audience. Listen to what others say, even lines from movies or overhead in the grocery aisles. That may be divine guidance, all right? So pay attention, tap in. Somebody could be 35, somebody could be 56, or this passed over loved one could be, passed over loved one could be 35, but I was going to say 56, all right? So let's read out of the book what this says. So the expanded meaning. Some things in life don't require fixing, just awareness. Clear audience is one. If you have this psychic pathway open, you will hear words and full sentences in your mind, not as thoughts and not as your own inner voice, but as a different voice, the intuitive voice. It's hard to describe if you have not experienced clairaudience, and most people haven't. I believe clairaudience is the rarest of the 4 psychic pathways, and it opened up for me in my this is the creator of this deck that's speaking here, in my late 20s, which motivated me to study intuition more seriously. As I write this oracle deck 20 years later, clairaudience has continued to develop for me and is part of every psychic reading with my clients. I have all 4 psychic pathways open, but you don't need clairaudience or any specific psychic pathway to possess a strong, even remarkable intuition. Okay? Your 6th sense can grow and evolve with understanding and practice. So if it's not happening now, then clairaudience may open for you in time. Yet we are each uniquely intuitively wired. Trust that. Clairaudience often sounds the same and is generally calm and even-toned. In time, you can discern who is sending guidance this way: your higher self, an angel, a loved one who passed, or one of your spirit guides. If you have clairaudience, treasure it. If not, relax into the truth that you don't need it. Okay? 0606. Yeah, somebody does have a family member that is trying to communicate with them, though. Okay? So, action steps. If you don't experience clairaudience, this card could be a hint to learn more about it or connect with an acquaintance who does. Simply being exposed to new psychic phenomena can birth an intuition growth spurt. This could look like reading an article about clairaudience by a famous psychic or trusted first-hand source. I have a friend who can see ghosts with their physical eyes. While I don't share this talent, having only seen spirits with my physical eyes a handful of times, I'm fascinated by hearing my friends share their experiences with this rare psychic gift, different from traditional clairvoyance or pictures appearing in your mind's eye. If you possess any rare psychic gifts, like Lorna Byrony, I don't know how to say that, author of Angels in My Hair, it can feel overwhelming at first. Yet, this usually settles into a new normal, feeling comfortable or natural in time. Reach out for support from mentors with similar gifts. The clairaudient voice is different from the distracting, disturbing voices people who may have certain mental illnesses, severe hormone imbalances, or vitamin and mineral deficiencies can hear. Listen for a voice conveying helpful information in a soothing tone. If you don't currently experience clairaudience, pay attention to the words others say, like loved ones, co-workers, radio announcers, and public figures. Intuitive guidance is often delivered through the mouths of others. Words others say that stick with you long after the conversation, or words that give you chills or engage your energy body, are worth noting now. Spirit will make sure you receive the intuitive guidance you require. Don't be overly concerned about how it arrives. All right? That's beautiful. All right, I feel like if you're tapped into these messages, that this is for you in some way, shape, or form. You don't have to be clairaudient, okay, or have this gift of clairaudience. But, take note to what was being said in this here message, okay, with this card. Now we have 56, receive love from the other side. Loved ones who've passed on are eager to connect with you through synchronicities, dreams, music, and nature. You may also feel their spirit as an energy shift, physical sensation, or wave of strong emotion. Certain loved ones now act as spiritual guardians, sending you wisdom and blessings. Love never dies. That's amazing. All right. Someone or several people who have passed on and were connected with you in this lifetime are making contact from the other side. There's nothing to fear or worry about. This is a gentle, supportive, loving energy wave that you can simply ride and receive. Loved ones who have passed on may be acting as guardians from the other side, actively sending little and big blessings your way now, helping make the path you walk a little easier or walking a difficult path with you. Forgiveness, mercy, and acceptance are the graces being offered to you now from the other side. Healing may be occurring between you and someone who passed on, or someone who passed may be expressing regret at the way they treated you in this life. Healing is never about dismissing or disowning your painful memories or emotions, but simply allowing more love into those same places in whatever way is authentic and helpful for you now. If there's someone who passed away whom you've been missing lately or has been on your mind, this card is a hint that they are closer than you may realize. All right? So action steps. Be present intuitively to any signs you may be receiving from the other side that are encouraging, loving, and conciliatory. I don't know. Wow. Conciliatory. I'm not certain, guys. This could be an animal like a cardinal, a deer, or a dolphin appearing repeatedly or at a poignant moment. All right, Amanda. The sign might come as a special song your loved one sends. Did you just hear the music just stop? Okay, 11:33, 111. You heard that, right? All right, just saying. The sign might come as a special song your loved one sends over the radio. There are a handful of songs my mother uses to connect with me from the other side. Helpful people, opportunities, resources, and synchronicities currently coming your way were probably orchestrated by loved ones on the other side. If you're facing a challenge or celebrating a milestone, loved ones who have passed are supporting you now. Stay open to more healing or resolution regarding issues with loved ones who have passed. Pay attention to intuitive dreams about loved ones in case they contain healing messages. You may be feeling more emotional when you talk about or think of a loved one who has passed, or you may feel an energy shift in the room with your clairsentient, so you're feeling psychic pathway, because their spirit is near. This card can also be a sign that all is well with a loved one who passed, so put your mind at ease. If you're missing someone special, my grief journal, Forever in My Heart, helps you record precious memories, say things that were left unsaid, and connect with your loved one's spirit. So you can check that out if it's something that you're interested in, okay? Place an object a loved one owned or a favorite picture of them out where you can see it now and smile when you think of them. Communicating with loved ones who have passed is only a thought away. 1313. All right? That is beautiful. So you do have some, loved ones that are trying to communicate with you from the other side, okay? And for a lot of you, it's through clairaudience, okay? Take this if you feel like it resonates. 1331. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but I'm guided to go into this deck for Monday's mindful messages. So only take it if it resonates. And then also, it's just something to be mindful of. So that way, 345, if you're starting to see certain signs, synchronicities, or you're hearing certain things that sound like they could be possible messages from the other side, okay? From your guides, the angels, those that are guiding you, all right? Then it's something to be mindful of ahead of the game, all right? This is the gift of clairaudience, all right? That's beautiful. Somebody's 56 though, and somebody's 35. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, but all right, guys. Well, that is it for today's Monday's mindful messages. Indubitably, I'm glad we made it through yet again another week successfully. make sure that you do your homework. Okay, save this video and make sure you come back to this video throughout the week. Okay, 444. Know that the divine is guiding you. The divine is assisting you. The divine has brought you to me for me to be of service to you. Okay, to help you to expand mentally. And then make sure you're checking out the Water Wednesday messages as well, because we tap into the emotional body, the emotional state on Wednesdays as well with Water Wednesdays. All right. But I am sent here to assist everyone with this dual energy that we exist in, this dual reality that we exist in, realm. Okay. And to bring it back to balance mentally and emotionally. And so the intentions for these messages are very deep and sincere, and so I'm very grateful that I'm able to serve in this way, all right? But make sure that you're taking this seriously if you want to see the change. If you want to see any type of change, make sure you take this seriously. So do the homework and see what next week brings you, okay? Because the energy will come out too, and if Spirit feels like Spirit needs to be redundant, then... and you keep coming back for more, Spirit's going to be redundant if you didn't do your homework. Okay? But, all right, guides. Wow. Partner with your guides. But December is going to be a great month for a lot of you, okay, with expansion. Ashe. All right, but, and then check out the angel numbers. I just saw 1616 again. Whatever I may have called out, I was going to try and read out these angel numbers for you, but guys, look. Okay, these are all the ones. You can screenshot this, look them up yourself if you want. I don't think I said 613. I did see 613. It kept standing out to me. But screenshot this and go search up these angel numbers if you want. All right, because I was going to read them for you myself, but that can be part of your homework as well. All right. Now, if you're wanting any personal readings, messages, okay, if you have any questions, feel free to book with me. My link to my website is in my bio. And you can go to my website to view all the services that I offer. They are descriptive and have pricing. So if you feel guided to, definitely book with me. And if you are grateful, you know, these messages have helped you in any way, shape, or form, and you would like to donate, I accept any dollar amount of donation. You can donate by going to my booking calendar. In the description box, there will be ways that you can send a donation payment in. And I also have an Amazon wish list that you can donate to if you would prefer to do that as well. All of it is greatly appreciated. Genuinely, I am thankful. All right? So thank you in advance. But until next week, guys, make sure you do your homework. All right? I love you so very much. Peace, love, and light.